have the stamina when nobody's calling your name, but they still expect you to win when it all gets heavy and you carry it within. Holy confetti presence, you keep going, you keep going.
Okay, so now I'm 10 years old. I have no resume, no references, no work permit. And if I'm being honest, just a pair of hands, a good attitude, and a supermarket that needed bags packed on a Saturday morning. And I want to tell you what I learned inside those aisles. Because it wasn't about groceries. It was never about groceries. It was about people. It was about reading a room. It was about understanding that every single transaction in business, every single one, starts and ends with a human being who wants to feel something. I learned more about sales standing at register 7 than most people learn in 4 years of business school. And I was 10. So let's get into it. This is All Legal Fetty Presents, First Money Series, Episode 2. Last time we talked about Miss Mary Magic, 135th Street, Lemonade. My first real lesson in entrepreneurship came from a woman with a Gatorade cooler and a rule about paying your debts. This time, we go to the supermarket. Met Supermarket, 148th and 8th Avenue. Because right after Lemonade, I found my second classroom. See, I keep messing up. It's actually the 7th Avenue, right? So after my Lemonade stand, I found my second classroom. No desk, no teachers, no curriculum, just registers and real people. And real money changing hands every single Saturday. And I was the kid packing the bags, watching all of it. Here's what I want you to understand before I even tell you the story. Every job you've ever had, every single one of them, was a sales education if you were paying attention. The problem is, most people clock in, clock out, leave the lesson on the floor. I can't afford to do that. I needed and still need to understand what was happening around me because I was wired that way from the moment Miss Mary Magic told me I was a wantrepreneur. So when I got to that supermarket, I wasn't just packing bags. I was studying. I was watching transactions happen in real time, hundreds of them, every Saturday. And what I saw changed how I think about selling forever. Let me break it down what a supermarket actually is from an entrepreneur's perspective. Because most people walk in and see food. I walk in and I see systems. System 1, the layout is a sales funnel. You think the store is organized for your convenience. It is not. Milk is in the back. Bread is in the back. The thing you came for, always in the back. You know why? Because to get there, you have to walk past everything else. You came in for 2 things. You left with 11. It's not an accident. That's architecture. The intentional friction designed to increase your average cart size. Every business you build has a layout. The question is, are you designing it or are you just putting things where they fit? Second system, the register is the moment of truth. By the time someone gets to the register, the decision is already made. They already chose. Your job at the register and my job packing bags was to make sure that they left feeling good about what they chose. Because feeling good means they don't come back. Feeling good means they come back, right? Because they already purchased the items. So if you don't make them feel good at the register, then they won't come back. Feeling bad means they don't. In your business, your checkout moment, your delivery, your follow-up after the sale, that is your register. That is the moment that determines whether someone comes back or they walk away forever. Most entrepreneurs obsess over getting the sale. The elite ones obsess over what happens after. The third system in the supermarket is funny. It's tip culture. It's commission culture. Nobody told me I'd be making tips packing bags. I figured it out by watching. The kid at the register next to mine, same age, same job, same store, was making half of what I made on a Saturday. Same hour, same bags, different results. I want to tell you why, because this is where it gets real. The difference wasn't really effort because we're working. The difference was engagement. The other kid packed bags, but things in, hand them over. Next, I pack bags and talk to people. I asked if they needed help to their car. I noticed what they bought and made a comment. I told the woman with the frozen food that I put those on top so they stay cold longer, even though they wouldn't. But she felt taken care of. I made people feel like I saw them. And people tip the person who makes them feel seen every time. That's not a supermarket lesson. That's a business lesson. Your customer doesn't want only the product. They want to feel like someone on the other end of that transaction actually cares that they showed up. The second you start making people feel seen, your revenue goes up. Not because you change your product, because you change your presence. I'm going to give you the Saturday breakdown. I'm 10 years old. I'm at the supermarket by 7 a.m. Yeah. I'm working until 2 or 3 in the afternoon, 6, 7 hours, maybe 8. And I'm making $100 cash in tips at 10 years old. Think about it. 50 cents, dollar here, whatever. Now, let me put that in context for you. My mother was working hard. I mean, genuinely hard. She made sure I had what I needed, but I was always the last one picked up. I was always the one waiting. And somewhere in that waiting, I decided I was going to be the one with the money. Not to be flashy, not because I cared about stuff, because I understood from Lemonade that money meant options. Money meant I didn't have to wait for someone to give me what I wanted. So every Saturday I showed up, fat shout out to Mets, press, ready, press, ready, locked in. And I treated every card like it was the only card. Every customer like they were the only customer. And the tips reflected it. $100 every Saturday at 10 years old. That was my number. That same number from the lemonade stand became my internal benchmark. A good day was $100. I didn't know it then, but I was setting my own standard at 10. Here's what I need you to hear. You're currently standing at a register somewhere in your life. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a customer interaction. Maybe it's a DM somebody sent you about your business. And the question is, are you just packing the bags? Or are you actually showing up? Because here's the truth. Nobody talks about when they talk about building a business, your habits in the small moments and are your habits in the big ones. Because here's the truth. Nobody talks about when they talk about building a business, your habits in the small moments are the habits you have in the big ones. The way you treat a $5 customer is the way you treat a $5,000 client. The energy you bring to a routine interaction is the energy you bring to your biggest opportunity. I was 10 years old packing bags like they were going to write a review about me. Because even then, something in me knew, how do you do anything and you do everything? If you're coasting right now in your job, in your side business, in your customer service, and your follow-up, you are practicing coasting. And coasting is a habit that's extremely hard to break when the real moment shows up. So show up now, even when the stakes feel small, especially when the stakes feel small. So I got 4 lessons, straight from Register 7. Lesson 1, design your funnel like a supermarket. What does your customer see first? What do they have to pass through to get to what they came for? Are you using that path intentionally? Lesson 2, your post-sale moment is your register. What happens after someone buys from you? Do they feel good? Do they feel seen? Do they want to come back? That moment is worth more than the sale itself. Lesson 3, engagement is the tip. When you make your customer feel seen, like actually seen, not perform seen, they pay more. They come back more. They tell people. Presence is a revenue strategy. And lastly, lesson 4, set your number early. Know what a good day looks like. Know what a good month looks like. Don't wait until you're scaling to define success. I knew $100 was a good Saturday at 10 years old. What's your number right now? I packed bags in Harlem supermarket for years, 2, maybe like 11, 12. There's another story to follow that up. And every single Saturday, I walked out with $100. This is a fact. This is not made up. A new read on human behavior, and one more lesson that I didn't have a name for at the time. I just knew it worked. I just knew that people who showed up fully got paid fully. I just knew that every transaction was a relationship in disguise, and I've never stopped believing that. Whether I'm recording this episode, building a brand, serving a client, I'm still that kid at Register 7, treating every bag like it matters. You dig? Because it does. Honor it.
Hey there. For more entrepreneurial tips and insights, follow us on TikTok at ALFP and Instagram at all.legalfetti. Sign up for our Patreon at All Legal Fetty Presents. Got questions? Email us at talk2all.legalfetti@gmail.com. Want to support the hustle? Donate via Cash App at $alllegalfetti. Let's grow together. Donate via Cash App at $alllegalfetti. Let's grow together.